instead of employers. So there was no roadmap. Today, my company builds systems that businesses use every single day. We build mobile applications, we build websites. Actually, one of our clients is here, right? Should I take the cap off? My bad. One of our clients is actually here outside Amal Cosmetics. We developed their website for them. We help build help desk systems for IT companies. We build cybersecurity solutions to keep companies secure. We also train people through our academy. None of this started with money. This is what I want you to understand. None of this started with money. All it started with was curiosity. I'm a very curious person. I ask a lot of questions. My dad will tell you, I ask a lot of questions. When you ask those questions, you have to also you also have to be willing to learn, right? People think technology is for geniuses. Can I trump that quickly for you guys? Who thinks IT is for clever people? Can you just put your hand up if you think IT is for clever people? Yeah? Okay, cool. Can I tell you how I did in high school? I failed matric badly. I got 8% for maths. I got 12% for science in matric, right? So technology is not for clever people only. It's for everybody. You just have to be curious. You have to be willing to learn. If you don't believe me, I can show you my matric certificate. So just come to the desk there and I'll show you the picture. It's kind of funny. People think that is for the smartest person in the room, but it's not. I'm not the smartest person in this room. I can guarantee you that. They think it's for people who get distinctions. That wasn't me. After failing matric, I went to college, dropped out. I went to university, dropped out. So clearly, education was not necessarily for me in the system that it was built in, right? So the person who's always good at math, clearly I was not good at math. I just told you guys how much I got from math in matric. So I'm trying to dispel a myth. IT is not just for clever people. It's for curious people, and it's for people who are willing to learn. Technology is simply, we solve problems, right? We solve problems. Your computer's broken, you come to an IT guy. That's a problem. You need a website for your company so people can find you, we solve that problem for you. You need an application in the app stores, we solve that problem for you. You need a business plan to be able to pitch your idea to investors, we solve that for you, right? We help businesses and people with ideas to build those ideas. Because, like I said, I love technology because I can take an idea that's in my head, right? Build it and give it to people to use. And the thing about technology is borderless, right? If you have a website, people in the UK, Australia, UK, Australia, America, everybody can see it. If you have an app, the whole world will be able to see it. You just have to be able to come up with the right idea to be able to give to the world. So what is IT? So technology in simple terms is someone designs an app, someone writes code, someone creates the videos, someone supports the customers, someone manages projects, and someone sells those products. Technology needs all kinds of people. It's not just one kind of person that can go into the IT community. We need creative people. We need analytical people. We need communicators, people who can talk to other people properly. We need builders, people who are not afraid to get their hands dirty and solve problems. And we need problem solvers, right? The truth is that there is probably a place in technology for many of you guys sitting here. You just haven't ignited that curiosity to look into the industry to find how you can get involved. I remember the first time somebody paid me for something. It wasn't massive. It was a small account, but it changed the way I saw the world. This is what it changed. It showed me that I can learn a skill, I can put my skill out there, and if it's valuable to other people, they'll pay for it. It's really that simple. I can take a skill, and if other people find my skills valuable, they'll pay for it. Skills travel. I have a favorite verse. One of my favorite verses in the Bible is in Proverbs, where Solomon says, a man's skills will give him a place before kings. If you are skilled enough, and people know you are skilled enough, they will give you a place before them to pitch your ideas to them. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. If you can create something useful, opportunities will find you. Now, let's be honest. Mzansi is not an easy place for young people, right? A lot of kids don't have internet at home. A lot of kids don't have laptops at home. A lot of kids don't have computers at home. I was shocked. Probably it's because I live in a rock, right? Under a rock. I live in my office. I'm always building stuff because I'm very curious. I want to know how this thing works, How can I put this together? How can I build a product? This is the world that I live in, right? And then this year, for the first time, I would say, so one of my nieces was in first year university. And in first year university, she's in UJ. They teach a computer course. Yeah? So I'm like, but you're studying HR. Why do you need to learn a computer course, right? She's like, no, a lot of kids in the class don't know how to use computers. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, what do they teach you? They teach them things like, this is a mouse, this is a screen, this is a laptop. They teach them how the keyboard works, this is a space bar, all that stuff. So South Africa is a very difficult place for young people at the moment. Data costs money, unemployment is real, laptops, phones, desktops, screens, all of that stuff costs money. Opportunities, you would think, in the environment are not equally distributed. A lot of us, maybe even in this room, we face similar challenges that young people in many of the challenges that we face in South Africa, the youth, other youth in other countries do not necessarily have to ponder and fight against. But here's the part that matters. Technology is one of the few industries where what you can do matters more than where you come from. I'll give you an example. So, SpaceX, everybody here knows Elon Musk, right? Yeah, cool. They just had the biggest IPO of all time right now, 3 times bigger than the previous biggest IPO, which was an oil company, and he's a technology company. This is how Elon Musk hires. Elon Musk does not necessarily care what school you went to. He doesn't care what degrees you have or any of that. This is how he interviews people. He asks people, what is the most difficult problem you have solved, and what have you solved it? That's the one question he asks. It's got nothing to do with education. The second thing is, what have you built that you can show me that other people have used? Right? So think about that. Think about that. The internet has changed the rules. A young person in Soweto right here can learn from the same videos, courses, communities, and someone in London as someone in London, New York, and Sydney. I'm going to say that again. A young person in Soweto here right now can learn from the same videos, courses, and communities as someone in London, New York, and Sydney can. The gap is still there, but the door is wide open. We just need to open our eyes to be able to see. So why is learning so important? Not because a certificate guarantees success, because it doesn't, because there's lots of qualified people who don't have a job, but because skills create options. Skills create options. So let me give you one practical piece of advice. Don't wait until you have everything. I didn't have everything when I started. Don't wait for the perfect laptop. My laptop was not perfect when I started. Don't wait for university. You also do not need permission. A lot of us, we want other people to validate our ideas. Nah, before you start, is this a good idea? Mom, what do you think? Brother, what do you think? My bro, what do you think? My sister, what do you think? And a lot of people don't think like you, right? Especially if you have an idea that you want to put out for the rest of the world to see. Not everybody thinks the way you think. So you have to be careful where you get advice from. There were lots of people who told me, dog, you're clever in IT, you already have a job. Why are you starting your own business, right? If you want to do something special, different, other people are going to look at your idea and think that you are completely nuts. So what do? Just start. Just start building. any idea that you have. Any idea that you have. Just start building it and put it out there for people to see. And if they find it valuable, they will pay for it. It's the way it is. Skills pay the bills. Has anybody ever heard that? Skills pay the bills. Start building. Build a website. Think of your company idea. Build that website. Build that logo. It's so easy to create a social media page where you can start selling your products to people. And not just in Soweto, all over the world. The world has become such a place that is so disconnected. That was an early mic drop. Sorry. The world is so borderless that your social media page can reach someone on the other side of the world with the product or service that you want to offer them. You have a business idea. Build anything. Your first project. My first project was terrible, just to be honest, right? I mean, when I was learning to build websites, like, there's a special thing about learning. Nah? As you learn, you get better. I get it. There's code that I wrote last year that I look at now and I was like, not that long ago. I look at my code base and I'm like, did I write that? I'm always learning. And I've been coding for years, but my skills can always improve, right? Our skills can always improve. Your first project might be terrible unless you're a genius, someone special, but mine wasn't. It was like basic website, nothing fancy, landing page, there was nothing moving. Now I build websites, there's stuff moving, there's animations, there's apps. We build crazy applications. My first application was not like that. And that's normal. It's normal to start not perfect. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to gain momentum. I tell you, when you put something out there and somebody pays you for it, your mind changes. You're not waiting for a salary at the end of the month. You're not waiting for a handout from somebody else. You know that you have a skill that other people can pay for, and other people will pay for. You just have to put yourself out there. Okay, so because it's Youth Day, I want to leave you guys with a thought. The young people of 1976 fought for the right to learn. I get it. They fought for opportunities many of us, we kind of take for granted today. Yeah? They fought for the opportunity to learn, and some of us don't want to learn. There are so many platforms, avenues, opportunities to get an education for free. I was not taught by anyone else how to code. I was not taught by anyone else how to build websites, how to do cybersecurity. All I did, I jumped on YouTube, I saw how the code looks, there's tutorials, and I did it. And at the end of that tutorial, I had something I built for free. I paid nobody. I just watched a video that was an hour and a half long. And at the end of that hour and a half video, I could build applications. That's an hour and a half. Think of what you spend your time doing. So the question I think they would ask us today is, it's not, are you the smartest? It's not, did you get perfect marks? It's not, did you have the best opportunities? I think the question they ask is, what are you going to do with the opportunities that you have right now? Because there's plenty. And that brings me to our Call IT Services Challenge. Today, we are launching a scholarship competition for our IT Academy. So we've built an IT Academy on our website. If you visit it, you'll see it's got e-learning and you'll see the courses that we offer, from coding to AI to business admin to social media to cybersecurity to IT support. Right? So this is not for the person with the best laptop. It's not for the person who already knows how to code. It's not for the person with the most resources. We want to give away our Academy scholarship to the person with the biggest idea. Because the job of an entrepreneur is to solve problems. I get it. If you start a business, you're starting a business to solve a problem. It's because you saw a gap in the community, in business, in life. You're like, I can solve this problem, right? And you just have to go and you solve that problem. Entrepreneurs are by nature problem solvers. That's what we are. So, here's a challenge. If you could use technology to solve one problem in your school, in your community, in your home, or township, what problem would you solve? Why this challenge? A lot of us want to look out there for the solution. Nah? But sometimes there's a problem around the corner that you can solve and you know how. You just got to go and do it. So how do you enter? Hang on, let me just open this quickly. Okay, so how do you enter? If you can just go to the back where our table is and just fill out what our entry form, right? So just go to the exhibition stand there. There's the entry form. Follow Call IT Services on any social media platform. Like and subscribe to any of them. And then answer the question that I just asked. If you could solve one problem in your school, in your community, in your home, in your township, what problem would you solve? You don't need code for this. You just need to think. We want to see how you think. We want to see how creative you are. We want to see your ability to solve problems, because that's what entrepreneurs do. We solve problems. Because that's essentially what tech is about, right? It's an enabler to help us solve problems. So, when you leave today, don't ask yourself, can I work in technology? That's not the question that I want you to ask. The question I want you to ask is, what problem can I solve? What problem can I solve? Because 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 15 years from now, one of you will be standing on a stage like this, telling their story, trying to encourage people, trying to motivate the youth. One of you will be running a company. Some of you will be running a company. Some of you will be creating jobs. Some of you will be building things that change people's lives. The question is, are you going to start today? Or are you going to wait? So here's the challenge. I'm going to repeat it one more time. If you could solve one problem in your community, in your school, in your home, anywhere, and you could use technology to use it to solve that problem, what problem would you solve? To win the scholarship, so the course is 10 grand a month. It's going to be for 6 months, so you're getting a 60,000 rand course if you win the competition, right? And we're going to do it now, so everybody's going to know who won. I get it. So go to the back, sign up, follow us on social media, and then at the end of the day, myself, my managing director Pam, and Chief Ste is going to judge someone's idea, and then we will choose who we will be sponsoring for the next 6 months to teach them tech, to teach them code, to teach them how AI works, and to teach them how they can use AI, technology, code in their own lives to solve problems in their community. Thank you for the opportunity.
Right, thank you so much, Mr. Katlego. So what we'll do now is that we'll open the floor for any questions before we can allow him to leave the stage. So if you have any questions, please raise your hand. Someone will hand you the microphone. You are allowed to speak in your own language. We'll find someone to translate. Any questions? Because I know I would have so many questions if there was a scholarship up for grabs. Questions? There's a question this side. Guys, I feel like all of us should have questions. He touched on IT and AI, and it's a growing topic. If there's no questions, I'll pick on people. There's a question this side.
You said you've been in business for 15 years.
Yeah.
I just maybe want to touch on what is maybe one of the biggest challenge you've experienced, given that 15 years, there's so many learning curves along the way. It might not have been easy. There might have been times where you thought, "Ish, I want to give up." But what is that one problem you keep referencing and thinking, if I could get over that, I can get over anything in business?
Business is challenging in many ways, and every single day you have a new challenge, right? So for me, because of the industry that I'm in, technology moves so fast. The hot thing last month is not the hot thing this month. So we continuously have to keep up with the latest technologies to be able to cater to our clients' needs effectively. But I must say, because I love tech, I can read tech books, I can code for hours, I can just be at my desk. So that's not necessarily a big problem for me. As a business owner, the biggest problem I've found is building the team, right? Because if you want to go far, you need people around you. So I would say my biggest challenge, which is something that I continue to face every single day, is getting the right people around me for me to get to where I need to be.
Hello, everyone.
My brother.
So my question is, how different is your technology compared to Claude and Gemini?
No, so our technology is not different. We use Claude, we use Gemini. I'm a big fan of Claude, right? And I'm a big fan of ChatGPT. But my primary thing is Claude. So our technology is not different. We use the same technology. But what we do internally, right, is that we have a server in the office where we have our own internal AI models that we are training for South African languages. But we use Claude, we use Codex, we use Gemini, right? Because they're the frontier models and they're the best at it. So it's not different. We use that to build the products that we put out in the public. Make sense?
Okay, so recently I tried building like a website for myself using Claude. So I'm not really, I don't really have like proper information in terms of like coding. So what I got the codes. So I copied that and then I tried to make like my own website. But I wasn't really like understanding what's going on because I don't have like information and it couldn't like explain further. So are you like helping people to build websites, and are you also helping them on how to edit them and
No, you have to. We have to do that. So what AI does, a lot of people think AI is the be all and end all. All you need is AI to start and finish your project, but you don't. AI makes mistakes. AI needs to be corrected. AI needs to be pointed in the right direction. I actually had an interview yesterday with a high school student for her project, and she asked me, how does AI take anything away from me and my business? I'm like, it doesn't. What AI has done for me is that I can work now 100 times faster, right? I can do so much things all at once on my screen, and all I have to do is keep track of it and make sure that the AI is doing what it's supposed to do. What I like to tell my other business peers is that AI should actually be your first employee. You don't hire your employee and just let them do what they want. No. That employee needs instructions, he needs to know what to do, he needs to know that there's a system, and needs to know that this is how we do things in this place. It's the same thing with AI. AI is not creative. It waits for you to prompt it, and then it comes up with something, right? So the human link in the AI community is incredibly essential because our ideas are unique to ourselves, they are unique to our environments, and AI does not know, and AI cannot see what you see when you step outside and you look around and see the problems that are around you. Make sense? Did I answer your question? Yeah. So, and just to follow up on what you said, we use AI all the time to write code, but we know and we understand the code, right? So what we'll do when we're teaching you is we'll actually teach you this is how code looks, this is how code works. These are, I'm going to use words. Look, I mean, these are functions. This is an array. All the coding terms, right? This is how we push an application to production. This is how we make a site go live for the world to see, right? But before you make the site go live for the world to see, you need to check that work first to make sure it is what it is, what it's supposed to be. So AI, here's another thing. A lot of people think AI is going to take jobs away. It's actually not. Right? It's actually going to create more jobs. Because AI is such an enabler that it's in allowing us to build businesses. And if you build businesses, you create jobs. Okay. Any more questions? Cool. Thank you.
Before we can allow Mr. Katlego off the stage, I just want to confirm if we all understand the scholarship, what is required from us, and what we need to do. Do we all understand? No? Okay, can he just maybe reiterate, then we'll allow him.
Okay, cool. So here's how the scholarship's going to work. I like problem solvers. I like thinkers. I like people who see things that other people don't see. And that's why I'm doing this scholarship. If you could use technology to solve one problem, at home, in your community, at your school, anywhere where you see a problem, and you can use technology to solve it, tell us what that idea is. If we like your idea, we'll sponsor your scholarship on our academy. How do you enter? You go to the table at the back, you fill in your form, you like us on social, anyone, and then at the end of the day, you come and you tell us your idea, and we'll choose one person and we'll teach them the tech.
So this is just a little token of our appreciation. Thank you so much. I hope sonke is clear because nami le ngizoyidlalela. So we're going to move on to our next speaker, Bazalwane. So our next speaker is Uputi Ubegithemba Mbata, who is an attorney, a holder of an LLB and a Bachelor of Arts from the University of the Witwatersrand. He is saved and loves the Lord. He fellowships at Sentence City Assemblies of God.